Hey everyone out there, and welcome back to another reactions episode with your big boys. It's the Project WEBTOON group coming at you one more time with episode 11 of Noblesse. Of course, as always, I am your homeboy. It is Big Sleep.
What's going on, y'all? It's your boy Seraph here. You usually go to my left.
Yeah. And then of course, down below us here, if he's not stuffing a burrito.
This is our Dragoon.
There we go. He's eating, of course. And that would be the excuse he's going to use right now for not visually showing himself. The food, it's quite disgusting to watch him eat, you know. So many
It's
teeth.
a big burrito.
I bet it is. But don't worry, you have a mouth for it. It's all good. Anywho, yeah, so we're here once more for a new reaction to episode 11. Like I said at the start, we're getting really close to the end. I know we've already made quite a few comments how everything's gone so far. I'm definitely hoping with this new episode we get into some more of it, since last episode we got basically the gauntlet throw down with Homeboy showing up, making the declaration, causing some ruckus, and then definitely beatboxing out there with our homegirl as a would-be captive. We'll see how that plays out. I wonder if we'll at all see either of the other two in this episode, but I think the humans are done for right now. It's just gonna be the specials.
I'm going to tell you that this kind of becomes commonplace. This is kind of where the humans kind of get written out until like the
obscurity kind of thing. They're just like, hey, they were here. They were nice set dressing, but we'll see them in a few other chapters or other episodes way later on, kind of thing.
They're kind of an afterthought.
I mean, they're humans. Why would they not be? But let's go ahead and let's dive into this new episode right now. See what we get. Of course, the big bruiser.
セーラ J ロイヤード、ロードの命を受け参りました。
セーラ、あなたは以前人間界で貴族らしきものと遭遇したと報告したが、それは誤りだったわ。
どちらに？
ローにいるわ。虚偽の報告をした疑いで。実際のところはどうなのか報告なさい。
お話できます。
直接聞かせてもらう。あなたは棺の中身、あの男に会ったわね。話した方が。
セーラは無実です。俺も貴族には会いませんでした。会ったのは改造人間と怪しい金髪の男だけですと思っていました。セーラとレジスは彼らと何らかの関係があったようです。
ロード、これ以上。
セーラ、
その者たちが何であろうと私の命に背き沈黙を貫いた罪は重い。カリアス、セーラを牢へ入れなさい。あなたは先ほどの話をもとにゲシュテルに尋問を。
は。
私は父ほど甘くない。ルケドニアの秩序は。
セーラたちが心配か。
当然彼らは残してきて大丈夫だったのか。僕らがいない間にユニオンに動きがあったら。
問題ない。手は打ってきた。
リュウか。
いや、お前たち専用に作った能力を向上させる薬 T2 だ。うちはしばらくここを離れることになった。だからいざという時の保険にな。
離れるってまさかセーラの件で。
ああ、何も心配はいらないさ。
It's supposed to be explained that is like D. It's just modified.
Well,
because...
I mean, he says it's not quite D.
なんだ。
ルケドニア上
I
空
kind
に
of
入
figured
っ
he'd make a better version of it.
そろそろ降りるぞ。
They got a whole ass private jet
I
car.
mean, why would they not? Come on.
These motherfuckers can teleport. These dudes are like, we flying luxury today.
They're not about to...
Yo.
When you've been alive for like 1,000 years, I think you've made money at some point.
Facts. Might as well flex on these dudes, you know.
I mean, you've been alive for 1,000 years, but you've also been...
Show them who the real peasants are.
そうでしょうね。ロードはどうされているんですか？
支出におられる。執務に集中したいと。
心配ですね。
I have a problem with like here. This part never like made much sense because they always like the traitor. They always suspected and knew who they thought who was the traitor was. So like it made no sense for them to be like, oh yeah, why would these two not be? Why would they like betray the Lord over this person when they know who Rai is? And they know that Rai kind of has like a position above the Lord, kind of. It's weird.
So I'm guessing they just jumped down from the plane. No need to stop.
Yeah, they just blew it up and then jumped down.
Alright.
Cover their tracks. The forbidden region. Oh yeah, that's my house.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, you mean my place?
This is where the flashback is supposed to happen, so you understand like the transition into that flashback, and not just like randomly. See,
I wouldn't say this is where it's supposed to happen. This would be a better spot for it to happen.
Right. That's
more accurate to what you would be saying.
Damn, been abandoned for like 500 to 700 years.
I'm just gonna say I was gonna say they must use some very fine material that doesn't.
I ain't see no spider webs.
Yeah, exactly. 500 years, and they was just like, no, even if it is forbidden, we gotta keep it clean.
あれは世の終末と呼ばれた剣ロードのソウルウェポンラグナロク
Let me just
俺たちはこの足跡をたど
my
って侵入者を追う
Outrageous, man. You should be running in there like that, cuz.
Oh, ninja. I am Storm Shadow.
He hit that ninja gated on him, bro. Man, can they not see in the dark or something?
I mean, it seems a little weird.
I feel like the mask would have been useless anyways, because you should be able to tell.
You can tell him by his hair, like
his
what?
hair would give him away. Like who you trying to? What the? Oh, of course they didn't listen.
Yeah, they were in the blade.
Number 4. Number 2. そして最後に Number 1.
Entrance, bro. Hold up.
All right. This is
助けに
what
来た
I was
ぴょん
looking for.
Number 3.
どういうことだ
その飛行機に潜り込ん
Be
で
the T4 squad, cuz.
They were just like, don't fall.
かと思いましたけど
の給料が振り込まれていたから
Came on as stowaways, almost died in a plane crash.
ムーちゃんゲシュテルとセーラは窮地に立たされている
おそらく私を飼っている身だ仙台ロードを死に追いやった疑いで
ロードって亡くなられたと聞いているその謀反を起こしたのがあなただというのですかことでいいんだよな
前にも言ったなそれは正解でありノブレスとは不特定多数の貴族ではない貴族の中でも特別な役割を持った唯一無二の尊き存在それがノブレスライジェルス様だ
分かったそれで俺たちは何をすればいいかに恩がある重要なのはそれだけだ
I don't know why he just doesn't explain to them like, no, it happened while I was asleep in the coffin.
No.
I wasn't even there for this fight.
ならば
That would be
僕も
too easy.
あなたたちなんか日々執務に追われ可愛い娘の成長を見ている暇もないんだぞ
この時間をそちらに当てられては
つれないなお前のことだって家族同然に可愛がっているというのに
存じております未来
ねえライジェルお前ロードになってみる気はないか
See, the funny thing is that that flashback is actually where it's supposed to be, but the first flashback is not supposed to be where it's supposed to be. So the chain of events is really weird here, but like.
レディス、騎士団を撤収させなさい。
Yeah.
They're kind of dead.
They're not dead.
They're not dead. They're just nearly
They're taking a nap. They're taking a nap.
Nearly incapacitated.
まさか強制永眠を？
お待ちください。こうしてはなりません。
ケイ。
See, again, this part never made much sense. When they know that Raizo is like the Noblesse, so he stands above them anyways.
We already get this from the fact of how powerful he is. He basically just explained to us prior how it works, but
so it just always kind of bothered me. It was like, yeah, but if these two betrayed you because of Raizo, then it's like because Raizo is technically like on par, the same level as the Lord, right?
Yeah.
Or like.
She was so happy at one point.
Everything changed
And
when
then
Fire
everything
Nation
changed.
attacked.
Thank you! Thank you!
Rigel, お前、ロードになってみる気はないか？
つもりだった。ロードにふさわしいように、お父様に恥ずかしくないようにと、ただひたすらして。どうしてお父様は私よりあの人を選ぶの？
I mean,
why would you choose the Noblesse before me? When it's like,
why would you?
I know it's like there.
Yeah, I was gonna say, why would you choose the one who's practically God over your own daughter? Raizo pretty much probably said no.
He did say no.
He does. He continues to. But isn't that just the trope? I heard one thing that completely displeases me, but I'm gonna pick up no other context.
No, it's not even like she ignored all other context. She just ignored the fact that like Raizo is Noblesse. Like the entire time here, they're still ignoring that he's Noblesse.
私が会ったのはカディス・エトラまでライジェル様です。
正直に言ってくれてありがとう、ゲシュテル。
真実をお話ししたのはロードとしてどうかこの罪人を罰してください。
ゲシュテル系ランデグルに対し、強制
Okay, okay, she didn't kill him.
Yep.
Oh no, she killed him.
She's gonna kill him.
ライジェルとその一味、レジスを含め全員私の前にひざまずかせ。あの男だけは許さない。
なんだと？
ロードの命令だ。ゲシュテル様を強制永眠に処すと。
バカな！一体何が起きてるんだ
？Uh-oh. Looks like she's not having that. All right. So there we go for episode 11. Getting into it now. I enjoyed baby girl at the end there. Super not happy about that news.
She was ready.
Full on in murder mode. Okay, so the whole gang is now made it to I don't want to say it properly, Lucadonia. If I'm saying that correctly. Lucadonia. Back to Rai's old home, which is now the Forbidden Zone for them. And we've got the whole gang with us, and getting a little bit more final history here for Rai that yes, now he explains to at least the modified humans that he is the Noblesse, as well as the supposed treasonous act is the killing of the previous lord. So something about that probably doesn't seem 100% right, but
you mean like the just here. All you have to do is just put this together. All right. So Rai's home is the Forbidden Zone. Yes.
Yeah.
However, this was said that this was deemed the Forbidden Zone by the previous lord. Yes. But why would the previous lord made it a forbidden zone when it was very obvious that Ryan like walked to and from, and also other people walked to and from the forbidden zone beforehand? Yeah. So this must have happened after Ryan went to sleep. Yes. Yeah. So then how did Ryan, do you understand this? Like just logically speaking.
How did Ryan cause the death of the lord?
Yes. Yeah. Like
maybe it's the idea of that he because he went to sleep, he left him and it made him very sad. So he died of a broken heart.
That's why like even when reading this bit and like all this stuff, it just never made much sense when I'm like, this, I know Ryan didn't do this, but like that's because like the clues you lay out now are very obvious that he did it. So if it's this obvious to me, how is it not obvious to the people, like the characters here, when it's like just take it step by step? It's not hard.
I mean, we've seen it in other things where it's that stupid, where it's like, well, if you put this and then you got this, but this happened in the middle, but that doesn't equal up with this, so then why are you? Don't even think about it. Just don't think about it. It'll all work out in the end. That's how it all comes down to it. Besides the entire history that we're getting here with that, our Lord decides to basically lay the smackdown, the whole punishment hammer on Sierra, throws her in prison, and then also now puts old man to eternal sleep, essentially death.
The Noble's version of death.
The Noble's version of death. And this, of course, is causing quite a bit of a ruckus here. So it seems like it's a very, very not common thing for them. Everyone's kind of freaking out quite a bit about it. Not to mention, they make the comment that, he's responsible for raising all of them. So they're basically kind of committing patricide a little bit, maybe. Tiny.
He's the oldest living lord who worked under the previous lord.
Yeah. So, is this possibly just going to play into the next episode where like, either the real truth's going to come out and everyone's going to just start questioning her, or this may turn into like maybe kind of a civil war?
What we're missing here is actually like, so what we're missing here that I feel like it's important information that I don't know why they haven't said yet, because it's the fact that there were previous like lords, and there were previous nobles, okay, and it's strange that how come there are like they haven't talked about like how many clan leaders there are supposed to be, because that's a very good hint as to how come there's only very few of them. Do you see where I'm going with this?
Kind of.
It's very obvious as to like what happened once you like just put the numbers together. Like it's all it is, and like even in the webtoon, like they have already like the flashbacks would have already supposed to show you like
or support this theory,
the previous nobles.
No, and my guess being that there was a uprising,
basically,
and a lot of those previous older nobles died in that ensuing insurgent, leading to the new regime as is.
Kind of.
I mean, they don't act like a rebellion has occurred, because the simple fact that they're
it's because the Noblesse, like you said it earlier, the Noblesse is meant to like maintain the order of the nobles, right? So if Raizo went to sleep, then what she's really blaming him isn't because he did anything. It's because he didn't do something. Do you understand this?
I'm supposed to do something when I'm asleep.
Yes.
I'm out like a light for like 500 years, and you're blaming me because I was asleep. I told you I'm going to bed.
Okay, I don't even want to say that because that sounds too. That's actually not nice. Ain't it kind of a trip? You didn't do nothing. You go to sleep and someone's yelling at your ass for something.
Yeah, you go to sleep, you wake up and you're like, you're like charged with a crime. You're like, how? I was asleep. I was literally in bed the entire time. What are you doing?
Time of hibernation. This is my time of slumber. We all go through this at least once.
Sounds like every punishment ever. I'm punishing you for shit you know you're gonna do later.
Exactly.
I'm gonna hit you for it now. All right. So, what do we? I would say after all of that, what do we want to give scores for this episode? We're what 2 off now from the end, if I'm correct. Right, 13.
I think so.
Yep.
Think so.
Yeah, it's 11, right?
Yeah, this is 11.
Yeah.
Seraph, how about you? What do you got?
7 out of 10.
7 out of 10. All right. Strong numbers there. Ark, how about you?
I think I'm a 7. I mean, the episode itself was like put together well. It's just that this bit of the story, it just never made much sense.
I saw that you were very adamant about like the flashback should have happened right there. That would have been a good place for it.
Like there were supposed to be a bit more flashbacks, so you understand that there were other like nobles beforehand, and like they like that's why it made no sense. But like no, the nobles came and visited Rai all the time. Like,
I mean,
it was just like Rai was just the way he was. He was like, I'm just going to stare out the window, and they're like, can you talk to us? And he's like, nah, I'm just going to stare out the window.
Dude, would you care for something other than tea? No, I'm good. This is okay. I'd give the same 7 out of 10. Being as we're getting close to that end part, this is not a bad setup. Which I'm guessing the next chapter the next episode will be a straight fight scene all over the place. You were gonna say something, Ark?
I actually think this is a bad place to end, as in like this bit of the story arc.
This is a bad place to end the bit of the story arc?
It is this. There is a fight scene. I just do not think it is a end of the season fight scene like that.
I mean, I think that 12 will be the fight and 13 will be the like return.
Filler.
Yeah, the filler or the return to some kind of normal before ending off. I don't think they'll end with like the actual fight scene being that episode 13. But who knows? They apparently they've thrown everything else around in a jumble. Why not that too? But yeah, so I don't know if there's anything else on that for this episode for you two. Anything you wanted to bring up on? Nope.
Pretty good on that, man.
You're pretty good. All right. Well, we got everything else, so that's good to hear. But thank you everyone for joining us for this reaction episode. Please leave a comment down below on what you all thought of episode 11 and what you're hoping for with 12 and 13 coming. Definitely, as always, hit that like button as well as that bell and subscribe so that you can go ahead and be updated of all of our latest content as it comes out. But going ahead and closing out for the night, I am, of course, your big man. It is Sleepy.
It's your boy Seraph here.
And this is Ark Dragoon out.
Hey, everyone take it easy out there.